Alright everybody, welcome back to an episode of From the Stands. We're in the final week of the regular season. We have a ton of headlines to get to from this past week, but we're going to talk about all the races that have been wrapped up with division clinches, the wild card races, see where every team is at, heading into the final week of the regular season before the playoffs. So let's get started with the headlines from this past week. Salvador Perez passes Johnny Bench's record for most home runs by a catcher in a single season with his record-breaking 46th home run of the year. So congratulations to him. He's having an incredible season. Salvador Perez, 46th home run of the year. Anthony Gose of the Cleveland Indians makes his first career pitching appearance in the major leagues. He is a converted outfielder who last played in the major leagues as an outfielder, of course, for the Tigers in 2016. So that's a really cool story. He was throwing a smooth 100 miles an hour for Cleveland in his relief appearance. John Lester collects his 200th career win in a victory over the Brewers, so congratulations to him. Would be a big pickup for the Cardinals in this past deadline, so he's been great for them. He's had a great career with the Cubs and the Red Sox, so congratulations to John Lester. Big controversy of the week: Kevin Kiermaier takes Blue Jays catcher Alejandro Kirk's sign sheet that fell out of his pocket after there was a collision at home plate. Not really a collision, but a slide at home plate. Fell out of Kirk's pocket. Kiermaier saw it. He picked it up, went to the dugout. He knew what it was because he handed it off to a coach. The coach took it away. So Kiermaier tried to say he didn't realize what it was, but he knew. Otherwise, he wouldn't have been. He looked at it, he saw what it was, gave it to the coach, and knew exactly what to do with it there. So, and then the next day, the Blue Jays hit him with a pitch. So, of course, we can all see how that went. I believe there's suspension for Blue Jays manager and the pitcher who hit him. Of course, the Blue Jays were really upset about it, or I think it was, I want to say it was the pitching coach was really upset about it. I'm not really sure why, because it was everybody in the whole stadium knew it was intentional. So, yeah, so we had that. That was the big drama of the week. Between the Rays and the Blue Jays. The card did get returned, though. Of course, I'm not really sure why it matters that much, because the Rays definitely took a picture of it. You don't need the actual card to know what the sign sheet is. The White Sox clinched the American League Central. They were the first team to clinch a division title this year. It's their first division title since 2008, so hoping that big things are coming for them in the postseason. Adam Wainwright collects his 2,000th career strikeout, so another big Cardinals milestone, or Cardinals pitcher milestone for this week. So Adam Wainwright having an incredible season, probably going to get the wild card game start for the Cardinals. Collects his 2,000th career strikeout. Cedric Mullins becomes the first player in Orioles history to go 30-30 after hitting his 30th home run. 30-30 club, of course, 30 home runs, 30 stolen bases. It's a very small club, so Cedric Mullins having an incredible season. Joins that very exclusive club after hitting his 30th home run of the season. The Rays clinched the AL East for the second straight season with a win over the Marlins, so the defending American League champs headed back to the playoffs, of course, defending their AL East title. Brewers celebrated Bob Uecker Day to commemorate his 50th year in the game of baseball, so just amazing legacy for him throughout the ceremonial first pitch with a pitching machine, so that was kind of funny. And then the next day honored Ryan Braun the next day with a retirement ceremony after he announced his retirement the past week, I believe. So a couple nice ceremonies for the Brewers the past couple days, commemorating two of their big members of their franchise. The Brewers clinched the NL Central with a win over the Mets, their first division title since 2018, the one they won on game 163. So Brewers dominated the Central this year. They weren't exactly the team that was picked to win it all the time, so big win for them, and we will see where they go in the playoffs. Cardinals won their 16th straight game yesterday with a comeback win over the Cubs, so the streak is still alive. They have firmly cemented themselves as the second wild card team in the National Leagues. We'll see in the standings watching a little bit. So an incredible run they've gone on. Rays team president announced that the team will progress with this Montreal sister city plan. Basically what's going to happen is the Rays will be playing a split home schedule between the Tampa Bay area where they are now and Montreal. Of course, the plan's not going into effect anytime soon as far as I know, but they are moving forward with it. So we will see where that takes them. They first announced it in 2019, just the idea of it. So we'll kind of see. It looks like it's progressing, so we'll see what happens there. On to our plays of the week. Starting us off, Jesus Sanchez overruns this fly ball, this foul fly ball, and then he makes the catch with his bare hand. So that could have been a rough play had he not made the catch, but it's a really cool play because he caught it with his bare hand now. So that's our one of our catches of the week here. Adolis Garcia makes this absolutely insane throw to get the runner at home on a sacrifice fly, and this ball hit to right field. He's basically almost flat-footed. He doesn't really get behind it and just like guns it to the plate on the fly. I think it was like 95 miles an hour that throw, which is super impressive, and it wasn't exactly a close play at all. So crazy throw from Adolis Garcia. Adam Duvall hits a 2-run home run in this game against the Diamondbacks, but he's only credited with a 2-run single because he passed Austin Riley on the bases, who was on first base. Nobody knew it was gone because it hit off the outfielder's glove, I believe. So the runners kind of stayed put, and then Duvall is rounding first base, but he passes Austin Riley, so he's credited with a 2-run single on this one because he's out because he passed the runner on first base. Giancarlo Stanton launches a go-ahead grand slam over the monster in left field in the 8th inning to give the Yankees a 5-2 lead over the Red Sox. This is in Game 2 of the series, giving the Yankees the first 2 games of the series, and then they will go on to sweep tomorrow. We will get to, or the next game, we will get to that in a little bit. Akil Baddoo robs Hunter Dozier of a home run, leaping up and over the left field wall. Super impressive catch from him. He got up on this catch, robbing Dozier. The Braves come back against the Padres in the 9th inning. Eddie Rosario ties it at 8 with a base hit in the 9th against Mark Melancon. And then Jorge Soler, so the newcomers on the Braves, delivers the go-ahead double in the 10th inning, and the Braves would hang on to win that game. So they coming back against the Padres bullpen there. And finally, Willie Castro, who's an infielder, they stuck him out in left field, robs Whit Merrifield of a home run with this leaping catch in left field. So Tigers outfield getting it done, robbing home runs in that left field, at that left field fence. So on to our games of the week. Starting us off, we have a game between the Astros and the Angels in LA, and we're gonna jump to the bottom of the 7th inning. It's 3-0 Houston. Luis Rengifo with the RBI single brings in the first Angels run of the game, makes it a 3-1 game. And then with the bases loaded, Kian Wong draws the walks, that makes it 3-2, 1-run game here. And then Jack Mayfield down the line just barely gets it into the right field corner there, brings home 3 runs, clears the bases, and just like that, the Angels, they 5-run 7th inning, take a 5-3 lead over Houston in this one. But the Astros not done. In the top of the 8th, Yordan Alvarez doubles on this fly ball to center field off the wall here, brings home Bregman, so that makes it a 5-4 game. And then Yuli Gurriel with the base hit through the left side brings in Alvarez, ties it up at 5. So the Astros with a 2-run rally here in the 8th inning. We're gonna jump to the 10th inning. David Fletcher on this fly ball to right field. Ohtani's on third. McCormick makes the catch. Ohtani's coming home, and they throw him out at the plate to end the 10th inning. A double play here on this sac fly here that McCormick keeps the game from ending, throwing out Ohtani at the plate, so it sends it to the 11th. We're going to jump to the 12th inning. Jake Myers with the RBI single brings in the go-ahead run, first run of the extra innings here in this game, and then Jose Altuve with a 2-run double brings in a pair, and then Alex Bregman would add on another. So the Astros take, with a bunch of runs here in the 12th, take a 9-5 lead, and they would hold on to win that game by a final of 9-5. Next up, we have a game between the White Sox and the Indians, second game of a doubleheader here, so 7-inning game. In the 4th inning, wild pitch here brings in Jose Ramirez, so Cleveland takes a 1-0 lead. In the top of the 6th, though, with the bases loaded, Andrew Vaughn with the 2-run single, 2 outs, brings home a pair that gets Goodwin in a rundown here, so that would end the inning. But the White Sox take a 2-1 lead just like that on that clutch hit. In the bottom of the 6th, though, Cleveland on their way back on this ball hit up the middle by Owen Miller, brings in a pair of runs. Andres Jimenez slides under the tag there at home plate to score, makes it a 3-2 Cleveland lead. We're going to jump to the 7th inning. Emmanuel Clase on for the save. Cesar Hernandez ties it up here on this fielder's choice, so they can't get him at first. Brings home the game-tying run, so that makes it a 3-3 game. The White Sox would not score again, though. They had second and third and nobody out. Couldn't score again. And then in the bottom of the 7th, a runner on Oscar Mercado with the go-ahead, or the game-winning walk-off 2-run home run brings in Miles Straw. So Cleveland coming back, blowing the save, and then they walk off this one on this home run here by Oscar Mercado to win it 5-3 over the White Sox. All right, next we have this game between the Rockies and the Dodgers in Colorado. We're going to jump to the 5th inning. It is 3-3. Raimel Tapia with the 2-run home run brings in Kyle Freeland, makes it a 5-3 Rockies lead in the 5th. We're going to jump to the 8th inning, though. Dodgers starting to come back. A.J. Pollock with the RBI double brings in Trey Turner, makes it a 1-run game 5-4. And then Trey Turner up in the 9th inning with the base hit to left field, ties the game, brings in Mookie Betts, and the Dodgers have come back to tie it at 5 with a run in the 8th and a run in the 9th, and then they would get a run in the 10th. They would get 2. Max Muncy with a 2-run home run to center field brings in Justin Turner, and the Dodgers, just like that, have come back to lead it 7-5. And then with 1st and 3rd, 1 out, Blake Trinan gets the double play here from CJ Cron to end the game. The Dodgers with a comeback win here in extras in Colorado, 7-5. All right, next up we have a game between the Nationals and the Reds in Cincinnati. We're going to jump to the bottom of the 6th inning. It is 4-3 Washington, but Nick Castellanos ties it up with a home run to center field, makes it a 4-4 game. And then later in the inning, a Eugenio Suarez with the 2-run home run. Go-ahead shots, makes it 6-4. Reds now. We're going to jump to the 7th inning. Castellanos up again. He brings in another run with an RBI single. Makes it a 7-4 Reds lead after they trailed. And then we're going to jump all the way to the top of the 9th. Givens on for the save. Alcides Escobar doubles in Lane Thomas. Makes it a 7-5 game. It's a 2-run game now. And then Luis Garcia ties it up with a 2-run single. Makes it 7-7 in the 9th. The Reds have blown the save. And we're going to extra innings. But don't worry, Aquino walks it off here with this ground ball to right field, brings in Friedel, and that will end the game. The Reds walk it off by a final of 8-7 over the Nationals. All right, and finally we have Sunday Night Baseball between the Red Sox and the Yankees in Boston. Bottom of the 4th inning, JD Martinez with the sacrifice fly brings in the first Red Sox run of the game, makes it 1-0 Boston. In the 5th, though, Gio Urshela grounds into a double play, so that would bring in the game time run, makes it 1-1. And then DJ LeMahieu would give the Yankees the lead with an RBI single, brings in Gary Sanchez, makes it 2-1, and this is where things get a little crazy. Christian Arroyo with the sacrifice fly here ties the game up at 2, and then we have on this, so we have this pop-up to third that LeMahieu can't get, so the at-bat stays alive. Schwarber is still up, and then he flies one to left field. Gallo can't make that catch, brings in Verdugo, and that would bring in the go-ahead run for the Red Sox. So a dropped pop-up, back-to-back dropped pop-ups lead to the Red Sox taking the lead, but that would not be all of it. Aaron Judge up on this fly ball to the right field, just past first base. Bobby Dahlbeck can't make that catch, so the at-bat stays alive. Judge then strikes out, but the umpire calls the transferred. So Vasquez catches the ball, drops it on the transfer, so they call it that he didn't hold on to the foul tip. So it was a strikeout. I'm saying that right now. He should not have been up still. And then Judge with the 2-run double here brings in the go-ahead run. Just like that, the Yankees take a 4-3 lead. And then Giancarlo Stanton would add on another with a 2-run home run, makes it 6-3 Yankees. So that Judge at bat, pretty big on that dropped pop-up there. Should have been out there, and then he also should have struck out. But he stays alive, leads to several Yankee runs, and then Aroldis Chapman would seal it, striking out Schwarber, and the Yankees sweep the Red Sox in this 3-game set, capping this one off 6-3 in Boston. All right, next up we have our performances of the week. Starting us off, Max Fried of the Braves. 9 innings pitched, just 3 hits, no runs allowed, 4 strikeouts. There was a shutout in that game, so big game for Max Fried. They're going to need him in the playoffs. And then the Phillies, Ranger Suarez. 9 innings pitched, 4 hits, no runs, 7 strikeouts. He was a reliever. They've stretched out into a starter. There was a complete game shutout in that game, so big performance. Phillies needed that one. On to the standings watch, we have some clinches. The Rays have clinched the AL East, and the White Sox have clinched the AL Central, so those races are done. We will stop checking up on those. The Astros have a 5-game lead on Seattle in the AL West. Their magic number to clinch is down to 2, so if they win, Seattle loses. The division is theirs. For the wildcard race, the Yankees now hold the top wildcard spot after sweeping Boston, who are a game behind them. holding the second wildcard spot. The Blue Jays are 1 game out of the second spot. Seattle's 2 games out, and Oakland is 3 games out. So that race still very much alive for some of those teams there. In the National League, the Braves hold a 2.5 game lead over the Phillies in the AL East. Their magic number to clinch is down to 5. The Brewers have clinched the NL Central, so congratulations to them. And the Giants lead the NL West by 2 games over LA, and their magic number is also down to 5. In the wild card, the Dodgers hold the top spot. The Cardinals hold the second spot in the midst of their 16-game winning streak. So the Cardinals on the verge of clinching that second wild card spot. The Padres have been eliminated from postseason contention, so that's probably one of the biggest failures of the offseason, of the season for the Padres. And they've already made some front office changes, so we'll have to see what comes of that in the coming months in the offseason. So Padres are missing the playoffs. Definitely a big story there. Players of the week for the Royals: Chris Bubich, 7 innings pitched, 2 hits, no runs, 6 strikeouts, 0 ERA for him. And then Jordan Montgomery of the Yankees, 10 2/3 innings pitched, 2 runs allowed, 10 strikeouts, and a 1.69 ERA for him. On the offensive side, Giancarlo Stanton hit .474 with a double, 4 home runs, 12 runs batted in, and a 1.682 OPS. And then Shohei Ohtani hit .357 at the plate with 2 triples, a home run, and 13 walks in a week. That is insane. And a 1.524 OPS. And then on the mound, he throws 7 innings pitched, just 1 earned run allowed, and 10 strikeouts for him. In the National League, we're going to go with the 2 guys talked about earlier, Max Fried and Ranger Suarez, each throwing a shutout. Fried just 3 hits allowed and 4 strikeouts. Ranger Suarez 4 hits allowed and 7 strikeouts. So big starts from them. And then on the offensive side, Juan Soto hit .500 with 2 doubles, 3 home runs, 11 walks, and 1.801 OPS. So everybody's just getting walked this week. And then Paul Goldschmidt hit .429. He's got hit 5 home runs with 10 runs batted in and a 1.536 OPS. On to the rookie watch, Brian Mountcastle of the Orioles. He's hitting .258 with 31 home runs, 84 runs batted in, and 800 OPS. So look out for him. Emmanuel Clase for the Indians. In 68 games, he's got a 1.35 ERA with 24 saves. He's thrown 66 2/3 innings pitched and has 71 strikeouts in that span. So a couple big front runners for the American League Rookie of the Year. And then Wander Franco, the on-base streak is still going. He's hitting .287 with 7 home runs on the year, 36 runs batted in, and 826 OPS. And he is currently in the midst of a 41-game on-base streak. So absolutely insane. What to watch for the Blue Jays and the Yankees. So all this stuff is about the races that are still going. Blue Jays and the Yankees play 3 games in Toronto starting on Tuesday, so keep an eye on the AL wildcard race. That is going to have some big effects on that race. The Phillies and the Braves play 3 games in Atlanta starting on Tuesday, and that could decide the National League East, so keep an eye on that series. If the Braves take care of business, the division is theirs. The Rays and the Yankees play 3 games starting on Friday in the Bronx, and that could decide the wildcard race, that being the final series of the season. Boston has a really easy schedule coming down the stretch against Washington and Baltimore, and the Blue Jays play the Yankees and then the Orioles, I believe, after that. So that series, if the Rays decide to stick it to the Yankees, definitely could have some big effects on the wildcard race. So super interesting down the stretch here. We've got a lot of races that are decided with teams playing up against each other, which is really exciting. So keep an eye on all of that stuff. And finally, the highlight reel. Rio Muto walks off the Orioles with a 2-run double to the right field corner to win it 3-2. Comeback win for the Phillies as Harper races home, scores the game-winning run, and they come up big to win that one. Albert Pujols comes up clutch with a go-ahead single in the 10th inning and puts the Dodgers up 5-4 in Colorado. They would go on to win that game there. Lamont Wade has been coming up clutch all year in the 9th inning, in the late innings. He comes up big here in the 9th with the go-ahead single up the middle to put the Giants up over the Padres. Victor Caratini walks off the Giants the next day, though, with a ground ball up the middle in the 10th inning, so they walk off to win that game, salvage one of those series. Adolis Garcia hits a go-ahead 2-run double in the 9th inning to give the Rangers the lead in their 5-run 9th inning, so a big comeback for them. Adolis Garcia right in the middle of it. Starling Marte walks off the Astros with a double into the gap in the 9th inning to win it. Andrews comes around here to score the game-winning run. He looks like he hurt himself at the plate, but they win it 2-1 over the Astros in this game. Nick Castellanos walks off the Nationals with a home run to center field in the 9th, winning it 7-6. Castellanos is going to get paid in the offseason. So he has a walk-off home run here. And then Mark Canha walks off the Astros with a hit off the wall in the 9th, winning it 4-3. So A's coming up, trying to do their best to stay alive in this one. That is going to do it, guys. Thank you guys for watching. Make sure to tune in to the final week of the regular season. We've got our final episode of the season next Monday, and then once the playoffs start, I'll be doing my usual playoff series, recapping each wildcard game and postseason series. And then at the end of the year, I've got a lot of special videos planned. I've got like five videos planned that I'm going to be doing this year. But I just want to say thank you guys for watching. I know we have one more episode left. But I really appreciate all you guys who have been sticking with me all throughout the season. I vowed to myself that I was going to make it through the whole season. I wasn't going to quit doing it. So no matter who was watching or who wasn't watching, I was committed to that. So thank you guys for tuning in every single week. I really appreciate it. These are not easy to make. Definitely take a lot of work, a lot of time out of my schedule to put these together, but I really appreciate you guys taking the time to watch it. So I will see you guys next week for the one final episode of the year, recapping the final week of the regular season. So thank you guys. I will see you guys next Monday.